Hello everyone, this is Cynthia and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to show you one more Erin Condren hack that I've been sort of messing around with. And let me start by saying this took time. This took some sort of thinking, and there was an initial investment of about, I want to say $180 in the punch. So this is not a project that you can sort of just knock off immediately, but it is something I thought that would make this really useful for me. Right now, EC Life Planner, anything dated on their site is at 50% off because they're trying to clear out for the launch in May. So this was a vertical Life Planner binder along with the daily binder planner inserts that I took together and thought, you know what? I'm using right now an Erin Condren neutral coiled life planner and an Emily Lay Dapper Desk because I want a weekly and a daily. And I figured, well, maybe I should just, because the prices are so inexpensive, I think right now it's like $27 and $30 or something. I mean, so for less than the price of one new life planner, you could get both of these and make your own thing. What I did was take the vellum sheet, and you get two, right? When you buy the daily pages, you get one, and you get one with the regular weekly life planner. So I went ahead and punched several practice pages to make sure that my gauge was the same as the life planner. And this is a 4:1 pitch that my punch came with. That's perfect for the Erin Condren. It makes these sort of oblong holes, and it mostly lines up. Now, not always, like it's a little bit off. You can see in this case, if you look really, really closely, this was a binder page. So there are some holes that are a little more circular, like this one. And then there's some that are a little bit more squared or oblong. And again, if you're going to do this, if you watch my coiled petite planners video, you have to be okay with imperfection. But I thought it would be really useful for me to have weekly and daily pages together. Now the problem is, and I've not figured out yet if I'm going to split this into quarters or how I'm going to do it, this is how thick it is. Let's put the vellum page on there. This is how thick this puppy is. It's too thick for a regular coil. It might fit an 18-month, but you would not be able to do stickers easily. You'd have it would just end up looking like a phone book. But that's okay. For right now, like it's just a project piece, so whatever. I also took the ruler that comes with the EC, and I really like this new ruler, but I don't like the sharp corners, so I went ahead and rounded all of them using my corner rounder punch, which, again, life-changingly easy. So here's what I did. And it's the same principle in the second half, so I'm just going to show you the first half. So I took the context page and put it right up in the front. And that, because I figured I might try this next year, using this next year, I made the 2021 into my year at a glance. These two pages, I'm going to go ahead and adhesive roll together. Because by the time I start using this, I will not need it to have the 2020 year at a glance. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my best, hoping that's good enough. Right, and you could use the adhesive roller, you could use a glue stick, it doesn't matter. But I just want to go from here to here because I do like these. I use them as like kind of monthly goal overviews. Then I did something similar to what I did with my petite pages. I went ahead and coiled in an extra notes page. This might have been from a deluxe monthly that I took apart. I can't be sure. It's just a double lined page with the flag corner. I put in a productivity page, which I bought those separately. These were yes, you can see how the punches are different here. These were the separate purchase EC productivity pages that you could put into your binder. So I did have to punch them. The punches are not 100% even. That's fine. But then I just went through and did I got rid of the quote page because the daily pages have the tab on the monthly. And let me say that again. The daily binder pages have the tab opening to the monthly layout. The weekly ones, it opens to a different page. So I have a whole other binder of like scraps. So the quote page, which I'm not a fan, I don't care about the inspirational quotes. I'm not an inspirational quote sort of person. I figure I would save this page. So this is from the daily, but then this other side is from the weekly, right? And the reason that is because I have my weekly pages for each month. Then we've got these 2 extra pages. Now I could go ahead and just adhesive them together so that it's not confusing, and I think I will do that. And again, if I'm confusing you, I'm sorry. That is not my intent. Yeah, but this would have been the other side of that monthly layout that I had at the front here. So basically what I did was just stick in weekly pages at the head of the daily pages. And that will require something like 2 bookmarks, but it would allow me to just carry 1 planner next year. And of course, I'm going to have to do a hell of a lot of redating, y'all. I mean, that is going to be a thing. I'm either going to have to use date covers all year or just like white out everything, which is fine. But now at the end of my month, I come up to the individual daily pages. And this is similar enough to what I've got in the Dapper Desk. The Dapper Desk has the hours, to-do list. I think they're more even, and then the bottom there's white space. So, you know, it would be some duplication between the weekly and the monthly, but I like the idea of being able to look at my week, like here's the week at a glance, be like, oh, that's gonna suck, or whatever, and then have my daily pages. And I was thinking I would just use one of their little clip-in bookmarks and then the bigger bookmark, so I could still see both bookmarks and be able to use both. So we go through. I did not do anything special, even though it's not my favorite thing that this planner has Saturday and Sunday on the same page. It's more like the Day Designer in that way. I figured I'll just leave it. I don't want to, it's fine. So at the end of the month, we get to wherever the month ends, you get this notes page from Erin Condren. I added a notes page, added a productivity page, and then we're at February. Again, this is from the daily, this is from the weekly, but still, it lines up fine. I'll have to redate it all, obviously, but we have the same thing, right? All the weekly pages. Then we get to the end, and I'm only going to do one more on camera. I'll do the rest of this in my copious amounts of free time. I do recommend that you use a repositionable adhesive roller if you're not a really astute user of the adhesive roller, which is definitely the case for me. Right, and then at the end of the weekly pages come the daily pages. It just continues like that. Let me go ahead and these, however, after messing with the petite planners, I did not have to do any cutting. I just had to punch. So they were much easier to deal with than taking everything apart. So at the end of the 6 months, at the end of June, right, this is where the planner ends. I did put in these pages here, or with the little gray asterisk flag. These are from the Erin Condren binder collection where you could coil in extra lined notes pages. These are from the Vision Journal. I like me some notes pages. So these were with a little peachy blush asterisk design thing. These are from that. And then the dot grid pages, I'm really satisfied with the dots on here. These are also from the Vision Journal. And then I have these blank pages, which are from a wedding planner, like 2016. So they're not the good Mohawk paper, but if I do need to doodle anything, I do put those together. And then you just have the regular kaleidoscope stickers and the pocket. So I didn't have to punch some of it. I had to punch other parts of it. I still have to find a coil. I could probably get it going fast enough and get it on a regular coil. But the second half of the year is the same way. So it's a 6-month, weekly, daily, hybrid, punched binder pages into a coil. Now you could buy a coil and a binder daily, like buy a coiled weekly, colorful, or vertical, and then buy the daily. The daily pages only come in colorful, which is why I went with the colorful weekly. But you'd have to buy these in binder. You could buy these in either binder or regular planner. And I bought just the colorful to make it match. And yeah, so like for $50, you could get a weekly, daily Erin Condren. You may have to buy a coil if you don't have one that's big enough. You could split it, do, like, let me show you what a quarterly size would look like. That would be quarterly, so that would really easily go on like a 1-inch coil. And this is thick because I have a lot of note pages. But yeah, so there's a cool idea. If you have a punch already and you want to make your own planner out of parts, that's what I've come up with. So as always, thanks so much for watching. I will link to these products. If you're interested in seeing more videos, please subscribe. Let me know if you like these hack videos that I come up with, or if I need to just stick with Plan With Me's or just start doing them again. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you're all staying safe out there, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hello again, everyone. It is now a couple hours later, and I wanted to show you the finished product. So to complete this project, I used my Cutter Bee scissors and my Recollections repositionable adhesive roller. This coil is a little bit bigger than a standard Erin Condren coil. This came from I want to say it was a Clever Owl planner. It was an 8.5 by 11 daily planner for the whole year. So the paper wasn't as thick as an Erin Condren, but the coil was gigantic. So even though that planner didn't end up working for me, I took it apart and ended up saving the coil, which was good. I had to cut it down. And you know, I'm not a super good coiler. I've not figured out the art of where to cut it so that it works the best. But it gives me more than enough room here. I could add stickers to this and I'd still have lots of room. But let me just do a quick flip through and show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, so the vellum page is still here. Okay, so yeah, the vellum page is still here. The face page is still here. Now I actually moved the contacts forward, and these, I cut the edges with my Cutter Bee scissors so they're kind of snap in, like on the principle of the covers. So it's a little harder to do. I do use my scissors to poke the little sticky outy things down. But since this is only 6 months, I do want to be able to move this page. I'm going to use this in 2021, I think. What I have found is that Erin Condren tends to have a planner that I really love about every 3 years. Like I loved Mid-Century Circles, was kind of meh about Painted Petals. I despised Woven Wonder, but I loved Kaleidoscope. So this will involve a lot of redating, but this can give me my year at a glance. I've got my 2021 up here. And then I did stick a couple pages together here so that I could also use, I like to use these as monthly boxes. So those were normal. Okay, and then there were just some notes pages. I remember this came with the planner. I coiled this in, I coiled this in. This is a productivity page. And then this is the sort of dashboardy page from the daily binder. Right, then we have our monthly view where I just stuck in my ruler with my rounded corners. I did use my corner rounding tool, which I have here to show you. This is the We Are Memory Keepers. And it's got 3 options. There's a 4mm, 7mm, and 10, and I used the 7 to round those corners. Okay, so I have my monthly view. Then I have my weekly views. And the coil works great. I mean, it's the same size, it's the same pitch. And then at the end of the month, I did stick these two pages together because on the back of this, this is repositionable, so I can show you one more time what was here. This was a notes page, and then the other part of the monthly view, because I had two sets of monthly views. I had the ones for my weekly and the ones for my daily. I ended up keeping the daily ones because the daily binder pages have the tab that goes right to the monthly layout. So it's 4 weeks of weekly, then all the daily pages. I'm not going to flip through all of them, but they are all here. Then some notes pages again, productivity page, and then this repeats, right? So we've got February, March, April, May, June. And then at the end of June, the planner actually ends, right? If you bought just the binder pages, it would end here. But I took the notes pages from my weekly, the notes tab, and you can see that, I hope, right here. Put in these, and these again are snipped. This whole section is snipped with the cutter bees so that I can move it. Don't do this too much because those little tabs are very weak, but I just wanted to show you. These will move into the second half, which I'll show you in a second. Right, so there's the dot grid pages, the coloring pages, which this year, I love the idea of coloring, I just never do. Right, because I'm always afraid of ruining it, but I'm gonna color this year, damn it. And then this hexagon page, these are all snipped. And then these are regular notes pages. These are the ones that where you could purchase separately for the Erin Condren binder. These are not snipped, so these are gonna stay. I could just uncoil, and I probably will. Now I'm feeling much better about that process. These ones with a little pink asterisk are from the Vision Journal. These are from the dot grid planner. These dot grid ones are from the Vision Journal. These plain pages are the old paper from a wedding planner. Whoops. See, and these are also snipped, my sticker pages. And as you can see, they're kind of fragile. So you wouldn't want to go picking up the planner by these pages because they will come out. And I may end up just taking them out actually anyway, because I tend not to use the stickers when they're in the back. And then we end with the folder, which is also snipped. So, yeah, see, that's not the best coiling job, but again, who cares? We're making our own thing and it doesn't have to be perfect. So that's part one, that's the bigger coil. Let me show you part two from July through December. It is pretty similar in thickness, but it has a little bit of a smaller coil. This is the Clever Owl. This is Lime Life Planners. This, I think this is 1.5 inches, maybe this is 1.25 inches. This one can slide inside this one. And so like this one will get, it will thicken up with stickers significantly more than the other. But again, this is the same, except I'm going to go ahead and move from this, when I finish the first 6 months, I'm going to go ahead and move my contacts and my year at a glance. Any page that is snipped from this part can go into this part. So it's the same. Monthly page, productivity page, monthly, weekly, and all the dailies, right to the end of the month, which in this case, July 31st. That's one possible downside of this, is that the daily for July 31st is gonna come all the way here after the August weekly, but whatever, it's good enough. So after the dailies, we've got the notes page, the productivity page, and then, yeah. So we have August, September, October, November, December, and at the end of December, right, it's the same thing. I've got I will put that notes page because I can clip it in there very easily. The notes page will come here. And this time I wasn't paying careful attention, you guys, because I'm a ding-a-ling. And I put these in the wrong order. These should be at the back. But do you think I'm going to uncoil it to move them? That answer is hell no. So lined page, blank pages that I screwed up and put in the wrong spot. Erin Condren binder pages. And then random dot grid page. Vision board, vision journal pages, vision journal dot grid pages. Then all the stickers. And then the folder again. Again, these are all snipped. And I may end up pulling the stickers. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go ahead and take this to work, if I'm going to use it at home. I now have a whole lot of redating to do, and I will show you how I'm planning to do that. I do have the Erin Condren date dots. Each of these is 1 year worth of dots, I believe. Yeah, 12 sheets. So I've got the gold, silver, and rose gold. And what I was thinking might be sort of fun would be to mix up and use maybe all the silver ones, maybe the gold ones. I like gold the least, so maybe we'll use all the gold ones on the monthly layouts, all the silver ones on the weekly layouts, and then all the rose gold ones on the daily layouts. That's one option. There's a dog. Another option, sorry. There's a dog. Another option would be not to use the dots and just to white everything out and write it in by hand. I may end up doing that. But I'm excited. I mean, this is a project, you guys. This is not something that you can do in like 10 minutes. I've fallen in love with this layout, and I need a planner every year. And one of the reasons I sort of struggle with planner piece is I need a weekly overview and then a daily for detailed. And I think this might help me with that. So this is for next year. This is for next year. This might be my work planner. I don't know. But that's how that's going to work. I'm super duper excited about it. And I hope that this was helpful to you. So let me know what you think. Dumbest idea ever, or I'm a genius, or somewhere in between. So hope you're all staying well out there and that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.